Hey guys, SmartNinja000 here. Today we're back with another Minecraft video, and today we're going to be doing, of course, slow-mo. If you don't know what slow-mo is and you're new to the series, first off I recommend watching all the other videos because then it will catch you up and you can actually see how most of this map works. It's a collection of 3 classic minigames: Block Decay, Spleef, and Dropper. If you don't know what Block Decay is, because this one's a little bit iffy, a lot of people don't know what it is. Think of it as the Mineplex game Runner, or the TNT run on basically every server. Of course, without the custom items that servers do to make it draw people. However, unlike it just being a collection of these classic minigames, there is a big difference. And that difference is, of course, the fact that these have slowness involved in it. So basically, over time as you're playing this, the game will get more difficult because you'll be moving slower. Now, Dropper's the only one that's not going to get more difficult, and Dropper's one of the iffy ones, and that's just because of the way it works. We could do something different, but I think we're past the point where we can do something different. So, anyways, Dropper is Dropper, but instead of it being classic Dropper, you actually fall slower and you choose your speed in the lobby. So it's more of a slow Dropper. I don't think I've ever seen a slow Dropper. There probably is one. And then if you try and get into the hopper and you'll end up winning. Of course, that's not set up yet. In fact, the only thing that's set up is these walls for a Dropper and the things on the inside. Then you might think, oh my god, the floor is so ugly. Yes, it is. We know that it's on purpose. It's to draw attention away from the walls. The walls are pretty basic, but they do have a nice pattern. It's very dark. It's sort of just supposed to help highlight, because everything in this is not made from dark colored blocks. Everything has some sort of brightness to it, which is pretty nice. And then the floor is, of course, supposed to be bright, just so it's a pretty basic pattern repeated several times. Jungle wood, spruce wood, just in case you're curious. But, oops, it's a pretty bright pattern. All the brightness is actually coming from the diorite. It's got really bold outline, and the reasoning behind that is so it's obvious that you are going to hit the floor and die. If you're wondering why there's so much junk everywhere just piled on top of each other, it's just because you'll be falling slowly, so you'll actually be able to make your way through this. Of course, there will be some sort of set in stone path you can go every time, which makes Dropper not the most ideal game, but it is still a game that we are going to offer. If it doesn't get accepted, maybe for because this will be published to Realms. If it doesn't get accepted, then what we're going to end up doing probably is we are going to try and maybe update it, make it better, fix all the bugs they talk about, and of course we want to make it nice and I guess maybe add more stuff. I'm not sure, but we do have another map to come out after this. In fact, Realms actually recently did an update on their minigames, and 2 from the Reddit that I noticed were accepted. So it's not like we have a 0% chance of being accepted. I mean, they probably get a lot of submissions. You can check it out on the subreddit, Realms, or reddit.com/r/realms. But yeah, let's get working. Now, of course, this is the easiest game to make, so we're just going to do the lobby for today. We'll probably get another video out tomorrow, which I'll have to record after this, but I'm not really sure. And I mentioned this on my Discord earlier today. Actually, this video should come out today, and then the other one will come out tomorrow. But if anyone has a realm that they can use, we can use to test this out, that would be so amazing. Just because we want to test this out on realms, we're going to just to make sure everything's up and running. So if they could, that would be awesome. We don't have to, but it would be really helpful. And then we won't actually be playing it on the realm when we play this to test it, because we will be doing that and that will be mentioned on the Discord, which you can, of course, join at any time. So this room, it's going to be sort of an orangey feel to it. I think looks great. You can see we have a couple different rooms. We have the spruce room. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, this is sort of the spruce room. We got sort of a nethery room going on here. And this room, well, this room's special. Changes with which map you choose. So it's very basic. It keeps the same pattern. For all the rooms, you can see we just have roof, wall, and then floor, and that's the only thing that actually changes. It's pretty nice. We have this, what is spleef, and a start button, which at the moment does work, but I don't think we actually have enough players. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's come over to here. Now this we're going to go with sort of an orangey. And the reason is, I think that wouldn't look too bad. So I'm going to completely redo a lot of this. I had a cool little idea where we could do this, where we go down 4, 5. And then we need some orange glass. Well, you know what? Let's use this. Try this. Oh, you know what? Let's actually bring this out one more, and we'll bring it like this, and then we'll have some sort of borderline. Just some border around it, give it a little bit of extra detail. And I think that looks pretty good. Just this nice little border. We did that in a couple other rooms. We did in this room of course not, and this room we do have a little border, so that's not bad. Now, this goes out 3, this is 3 long, right? So that's perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just a little bit extra detail there, and then we make it go out 3 again. This, of course, the lobby area we can spawn. You can see there's actually a lot of detail into this, but it's supposed to have a basic look. Now, you know what? Ooh, you know, I'm not really loving this, but I do want it to look kind of like this. So, let's see. So, we have a 5 roof. So, we can put windows 3 tall. And we can do, how do we want to... Oh, you know what? That might not be bad. Let's try that. So, we can try something like this. Oh, you know what? That's not going to show, though. Or border around that, and boom, boom, boom. Oh, wrong way. We'd have our window in here, just a 3 by 3 going up. Alright. We'd have pillar going across, up. Roof is right now not working on. If we repeat this, go up 3, 1, 2, 3, up, boom, 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 boom. Perfect. Perfect. Now we're building sort of a shape right now. But I think we should do something like this, give it a little bit extra detail. And then, this is a really cool building trick. If you want to get the underside of that, you can actually, you've seen me mess it up a couple times, you can actually get that, which is a very nice texture. And why don't we make just a little plus sign, I guess, with this. It doesn't matter which way they're facing, but for this sake, we're just going to have them all face the same way. This is the only way I know of to get those, so, and I mean, that doesn't look the worst. Do a little wrap around like this. And you can see this is already adding so much to it. And we're getting a little bit too orangey. So I'm actually going to introduce a new block to our palette. Palette is what you call it because I'm a great builder and know every single building thing in the world and totally not complete trash. Orange terracotta. No, that's too similar to this. I think what might be nice is actually maybe normal terracotta? No, don't like that. It's too Mesa-like right now. Too Savannah-like. We want to introduce some sort of brighter color. Orange doesn't really cut it, so why don't we try yellow? Yellow works kind of well. We've only really used it in that. We didn't really use it anywhere else. So introducing, ooh, you know, this doesn't look bad. Again, we don't want too much contrast, but this isn't looking complete trash. Just kind of. Genius. And how, ooh, you know, I don't like the yellow. It's too bold. We need a sort of color that, like, I guess it blends in too much. We have to fix all of it for it to... No, cyan, maybe? I think cyan's what we're going to go with. This isn't too bad, and if we introduce it a bit more, it can definitely give it a nice look, shape. Just add more detail to the build. Now, this side, we want a testing area, so you can test the speeds. So what we're actually going to do is right here, this is going to... Yes, we want to lower this side, just by 1, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make it look like it's opened up. So to do that, we need to make it just have its pillar-like uniform, but we want it to look like it's open, because you're supposed to be able to jump into this side, and that's up too high. 1 too high. Wait, right? No, it's not. It's not up too high. It's just slightly... See, on this side it sort of works, but I think what we're going to want to do is this. And this is more of a look that feels like it could be around something. Problem is right here. Now this looks out of place. So here's what we're going to do. We don't want to double stack it, just because then it will look way too out of place. It looks just far too weird. Oh, but we're going to do that right. I can't fly. Now, for the time being, this can't be orange because now we have this thing coming around it. So here's what we're going to actually do. We're going to do... We want a nice red color, but we want a contrast to that. But I think we're going to stick with red for now. Let's see. No, it's not going to work this... I mean, it looks good, it's just not bold enough, I guess is the word I'm looking for. We want something bolder. We want dark oak? No, that's going to be too dark. It's going to, yeah. You know what? Jungle's kind of reddish. It's got sort of a reddish tint, I guess. Jungle. I can see it. I don't really like jungle wood. It's probably my least favorite of all the woods. But you can see it's definitely working for us. The orange is a little bit out of place now. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch that to the cyan like we used before. And this merging a little bit more from... Or you know what? Nah, let's go with the classic white. We want stained glass. We don't want regular glass. just because it adds so much more detail. Now it's moving more from just an orange, sort of a western look, and I think we're going to probably stick with that. As you can see, the lobby's pretty big. We definitely have more than enough room for all the players. But yeah, you can see this has got more of a western look now, so the floor is not really matching with it. I think it's probably this bright. It's too bright now. We need sort of a rundown. See, just messing around with sort of your palette and stuff can really add so much more no. It can add a lot more detail. So that's, I mean, I'm always changing what I build. Purple, you know what? No, I think if we do, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we do a nice orange terracotta. It's about the same shade, but we change up our pattern a little bit. Alright, and then if we do, ooh, you know what? If we do this, okay, I'm liking this. Now we do need some sort of block to bring in all this contrast. You know what? I think we need to switch this out for something else. And this isn't looking that bad. We really stepped away from our orangish feel. But it's looking good, I think. Today's really a building episode. I think I'm just going to cut until I get some sort of better outline. Okay, and then if we just do, we're almost done. Something in the center, we're going to go with that. Looks too much like an eyeball now. Looks too much like a very bad circle. Looks more like a guardian now. Again, not really loving this little bit off on the edge. Perfect. Now that's a floor I can get down with. Although, and now I'm not loving it as much as I keep changing things. I think if I do this, you know what? I think the more we change it, the worse it gets. I think this is close. That looks weird. It's kind of hard to get this. I don't know what's up with it, but the flooring, I don't know, the cyan, I think it is. I think it's the cyan. We need a different block. Magenta, no. Too bold. Huh. Yes. You know what, let's just... Not a lot of detail. Liking this. I think if I even do even less, I think it could add even more. Which doesn't make that much sense. But... Nah... Okay. Yeah, this is good. This is going good. Except for this. And again, we ruined it. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now we just need the testing area to be done. So we're just gonna, yep. Great. Perfect. I'm loving this. This is going good. This is going great. Everything seems to be working out perfectly fine. I think one of the best parts about this whole thing is it only uses one armor stand. So it's supposed to be very little lag. You'll notice I normally have 60 frames. I have 60 frames right now. And you can see there's no real lag spikes. The only lag spike you really get is with... You know what? Let's go back to building. Now I'm rambling on about things I shouldn't be talking about. And we could have used hay. And coal. That would have been smart. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let's see. We need some sort of... some sort of window. Background. I'm going with pink right now. Don't know why. I think we might make this look not terrible. Oh, you know, I do like that. I mean, it's not... doesn't make the most sense, but... with the white... I just feel like something should be behind it, you know? You know what might be funny? Wait, what's... if I do pink, do we have a darker, like a slightly... oh, this is... magenta. This kind of pinkish. If I just do a little bit of this... no, that's way too bold. Way too bold. Let me do E. Yeah, that makes sense. That sense is perfect right there. 0 mistakes, 0 deaths. That is not that worst. Does add a little bit of extra detail, which is perfect. Because we want a little bit more than just some sort of weird pink box. What is it for? No idea. But it definitely doesn't look terrible. So, you know, if it doesn't look that bad, I don't know the saying, because that's not a saying. Alright, stop talking. Okay, we need a wall here. Going with the same sort of design. We got a nice sort of right up there. We need a roof, but let's not focus on that. We got this. See, we don't have a solid, good background color. Which is a shame. Maybe if I try this pink as a background. But you can see it's kind of hard to build a Western style without... oh, you know what might not be bad? That's a good idea. We can just put windows here. Genius. And this is where the star will be, but we only need one block for that, which is the dividing pillar. So, you know, this works perfect. And this is coming along pretty cool. I think we got definitely a lot of potential. Great things coming our way. We do need a way for you to choose a speed at which you fall in a way to test this, which is this next sort of area is going to be, you're going to be able to fall down when you reach the block. It's going to teleport you back up. Yeah, so I think this is good. We just are going to do a little bit more work. We're going to just... we do need a wall somewhere. So, I think if we just do some sort of thing like this, and what we want to do is we want to put plain terracotta as back one, I think we can manage to pull that off. And that's not looking terrible. It's got a little bit of a weird feel to it, but it's definitely working for us. I think maybe if we did that actually here too, I think it might look better. And we're building a really nice shape right now. You can see we have these support pillars going around, giving it every extra detail. And you can see that's giving it a lot more detail. It's looking pretty sick. Now I'm looking at this window and I'm not liking it so much, so I'm actually going to take these out, even though I did spend so much time on them. If I just go with a solid going right around this sort of block, we can get a good look. And of course we have our speeds on this side probably, and we have our dropping area on this side. So I'm actually going to open this back up. But yeah, I'm also going to end this right here because this video is getting way too long for just building. Anyways, that's it. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, because that's what you should do so you can always watch these videos. And if you want to see more map making, if you want to see me do another map after this, and record that, well, I mean, we got Piston Wars, but I thought of a lot of changes I'm going to add to it to make the map even better and more 1.13y, I guess. Great sense right there. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another episode. Bye.